I'll get you an ink pen.
Dear Lord, we just thank you for this day. Thank you for this group of people. Their interest in helping others, and just give us guidance, give us wisdom, and just let us be your hands and feet. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So those of you that don't know me, my name is Tim Pride. I'm the campus manager here. Also somehow got persuaded to run these trips. So I'm just going to give a quick overview of things. Everybody get a little handout. Testing, 1, 2. Am I supposed to sing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah. If I sing.
Carletta's going to dance while you sing.
Yeah,
No,
if I start singing, it's going to get cut. If I start singing, it's going to get cut in half, the audience here. So, basically, what we're doing, where we're going to Tennessee. Johnsonville, Tennessee is where we're going to be staying. Johnson City. Johnsonville is the Bronx. We might be eating Johnsonville. We'll be staying in Johnson City. I see too many food commercials. Must be getting hungry. Anyway, so we're staying in Johnson City. Where we're staying at is an old school. It's 2 separate buildings that's connected with a covered walkway. So basically we'll have women in one building, men in another building. We'll be eating our meals there as well, but that will be our home base in Johnson City. Most of the projects are about 15, 20 minutes from there. We're working with IDE, which is International Disaster Emergency Services. It's a Christian-based organization based out of Indianapolis, but they've been around for years and years. It's actually one of our missionary partners that we partner with on a regular basis. We send them money on a regular basis. So that just works out where we get to actually work with them again. We worked with them in Joplin, and we did some work on their actual building in Indiana, but we'll be there. Oh, okay. The address. I forgot we got slides this year.
Did you have a question?
We're going high tech on it. The address where we'll be staying at is 1500 East Millard Street, Johnson City.
And there's a different zip code in your packet. We'll communicate which one's the right zip code.
Okay, yeah, but you type in 1500 East Millard Street, Johnson City, Tennessee, it's going to pull it up. It is a fenced-in compound, basically, and we will be locking the gates at a certain time. We haven't figured out what time each night. There's a homeless encampment that's not too far away from there, so they request that we keep the gates locked. Parking is limited, so if you can possibly carpool, that would be fantastic. Right after this meeting, Darletta, Martin, and myself are heading back down there to meet with them tomorrow. So I'm going to actually count the parking spaces, how many we have. I know we always have tool trailers and everything, so we're just trying to figure all the logistics out. They've got a lot of honeydew projects for us to do there, and I've got a materials list for that when we're down there as well. What's our next slide? This is some of the damage that was done down there. This river, all that rock used to be grass and trees. Houses were they couldn't even see the river from their houses. Now their house is gone. There's no land left to even build on. So they're having a hard time even finding property for these people to rebuild. I've got blueprints from three different homes that we will be building from the ground up. And then we've got several that will be taken over where other groups have left off. And that'll change as it evolves, as groups come and go before us, which isn't too far away. But I know some of them might be down to painting, might be down to trim work, might be hanging drywall, might be finishing drywall, but we do have 3 complete houses that we have to build from the ground up, that we will be building from the ground up. And we'll get them as far as we can, electric, plumbing, HVAC, what have you. Duet?
Is the foundation already poured?
Foundation, they're all on block foundation. It's got crawl spaces. 2 of them will have the subfloor already on them. So we'll just be taking it from the subfloor out. The other one, when I spoke to him last week, still had a house on it, but they guaranteed him the house would be down and they would have the foundation in. We might have to start from the sill plates up on that one. But two of them are under 1,000 square foot houses, and one of them's about a 1,500 square foot houses. So 1,500 is fairly decent sized. The two of them, one was like 864 and one's 934, so they're smaller houses. So and there's no garages, which I kind of asked him, but he said they can build a garage later. The material we put in the garages, we can actually use it. I mean, do 2 or 3 houses. If you don't put a garage on, you got enough to build somebody else a house. So made sense to me. What do we got next? I'm anxious to see that. This is just more of them. The river is right here where you're at. All this to the right was wood, trees, and it goes probably a half mile that way to the right, and that's where the houses were built, and everything is just gone. This area here is where 2 of the houses will be going in, and where multiple ones are being built now that will be taken over. Okay, next. Wow, I didn't even see that one. So this is just an idea of what some of the devastation is down there. You can keep flipping through them here. Okay, so this is our partners. Where we're staying at is called Rise Up. Rise Up is an after-school program for underprivileged kids. They'll pick the kids up. They've got like 4 or 5 little mini buses. They pick the kids up from school, bring them there, let them play and be kids for 45 minutes. Then they feed them dinner. Then they set them down, make sure they have their homework done for the next day. And then they have classes, breakout classes. I think Tuesday they have Bible classes for the kids. So it's a really neat organization. The building, it's decent shape. It needs some TLC. I mean, it's not the Taj Mahal, but they lost, I think, $250,000 of their funding for this coming year. So I know she sent me a list of about that long of projects she wants done. When I was down there just for the short time, should have been a list about that long. So we're going to see what all we can do. That's my main reason for going back down there today and meeting with them tomorrow. And actually meeting with the dumpster company as well to show them where we want a dumpster put, because all they got is garbage cans, and said, I don't think 3 garbage cans going to get us. IDES is the organization I was telling you about. That's who we're going to be working with. They find all the jobs, they supply the material, they give us the scope of work. We will be the largest group they've ever worked with. They're actually excited about it. And I've met with the project manager down there, so he's really excited. I mean, they hear him talk. I mean, he's got a passion for God. He's got a passion for helping these people. So he's very inspirational, but he's very, very excited to have us come down and help out. So what do we got next? Accommodations. Yes. This is just a rough blueprint of the 2 different buildings. There's not a whole lot of rooms, but the rooms are pretty good size. They're larger classrooms. They're got a gymnasium. Actually, I believe there's 3 different kitchens, 1 bigger kitchen and then 2 smaller kitchens that the base camp team will be utilizing to prepare our meals. The one on the right actually has locker rooms on it. They're a little rough. We will have to get them straightened up. The other one, we got plenty of bathrooms. Showers is what we're battling with. So we're going to probably try to rent a shower trailer again this year. Just finding one becomes a challenge, but we'll figure out something. So us guys might be roughing it, but we have down at Happy Church, we did outside showers down there, and that is a possibility. But down at Happy Church, I know we only had cold water. That was not my cup of tea at 10:30 at night. So anyway, we'll figure that out. That's another reason we're going down to figure out what's going to be the best way to do everything. Next picture is, drum roll, that's a bird's eye view of everything. So the one with the red dot over it is the one that has the locker rooms. That's the older of the two buildings. You can see their buses parked down there. And you can see the parking lots, not very big there, and to the right of that one that looks like an upside down Y. They do have an outdoor dining shelter that we can utilize if it's not 300,000 degrees hot out. But there's plenty of room inside for us to eat. They also have that basketball goal or basketball court, but that may be used for their van parking. We're going to try to clear out as much as we can. But like I said, this whole compound is fenced in, so we will be secure and safe. What do we got next? Ooh.
Love this, score.
I'm hoping that's where I stand. I'm not sure why that one's on there. I guess
I think he was talking about camper parking.
camper parking. Yeah, I mean, you can park a camper there. There's no sewer hookup. Electric would have to probably be just extension cord because I don't think there's any. I'll check it out, but I don't think there was, when I looked before, I don't think there was any heavy duty. I don't know what the closest, I didn't Google, see what the closest campsite was there. So I know some people have their campers and want to stay in that. I'd want to stay in that. But yeah, on site there for campers itself they could be parked there, but it would either probably be generator with no sewer hookup. So, okay. What you can expect about your stay. Darletta, you want to
Yeah.
come up and...
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Darletta Martinez. If I don't know you, oh, whoops. I'm Darletta Martinez. If I don't know you, and I lead the home base team. And so the home base team, there's a lot of really great people in here that are part of that team, and will be again. We cook the food, we clean all of the bathrooms and the shower trailers for you. We make sure you're taken care of. And so we'll come out in the afternoon, we'll bring you snacks, cold water, just make sure that everything you need while you're on site is taken care of. And so that's what the home base team does. If you're going to be part of the home base team, I'm going to ask you, if you're interested in that, just to stay back for 2 minutes after this meeting so I can get your names and know who you are, and then I'll reach out to you. You can slide in and out of that team. So some people need to work inside a couple days and be, the heat is too much, and then you can go out to a job site for a day or two. So we can work with you on that. As Tim said, there'll be lots of projects inside the buildings where we're staying. We want to minister to that community, that Rise Up community too. So there'll be things that you can do inside too if you need to. I just wanted to throw that out there. If you'll pull out the information sheet I gave you, and Natalie has more, so if you need more, raise your hands. I know some of you are sharing. We start a little bit about where we're staying. Tim did a great job of doing that. If you've never been on our trips before, we provide a very heavy, big breakfast in the morning. And Kevin, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Kevin and Linda are our cooks, and they are phenomenal. And so you will not go hungry. There is no, don't worry about that. There's no way you're going to lose weight. But we do have a heavy hot breakfast to get you started. We also have cold stuff, so if you don't want heavy, lots of things you can grab and take with you, like yogurts and all that kind of stuff. So lots and lots of food to get you started in the morning. For those, I see my friend Gary White back there. So Gary White will have coffee available at 6 o'clock because Gary likes to get up real early and sit there and watch us till we make the coffee.
It's a little late, Gary.
He's usually up at 5:30. But we'll have coffee and like cereal and stuff at 6 if you're a super early riser, and then we'll get the hot breakfast out about 6:30. I'll just do a brief overview of that. If you've never been on it, you'll get your breakfast. We will have some prayer and devotions just together as a group in the morning too for whoever's there. The crowd gets smaller at 6:30 as the week goes on because everybody's sleeping as long as they can. But we'll do that. And then you'll also pack your lunch for the day. So we have a long line of things that you can pack up. You're going to pack up your lunch if you're going to job sites, put them in coolers. You'll be assigned a team. You'll learn all about that when you get down there. So you'll get your own lunch together. Be sure you pack enough food. And then you'll take off probably between 7:30 and 8. Some of the bigger teams, especially if it's hot, they get started earlier. And so if you're going to get started earlier, we'll help you get your food earlier. Dinner's usually around 6. We might tweak that on some nights if people are really working on job sites and can't get back. I know these guys will come back, grab a bite, and then they go back out and work till 10:30 or 11 some nights. So we'll make sure that you get all you need. For the day that you're going to arrive, I'm going to hop back up there under schedule, and it says plan to arrive in Johnson City. Our drive's a little bit longer than it was the last couple of years, so it's about 5.5 hours, depending on the number of stops you make. And so we'll start checking people in whenever you get there. We're going to be there a couple days early. But check in, we'll have a welcome packet. You'll get 2 blue t-shirts, and so we're the blue shirt people. You probably heard that. You'll wear one day. When that's dirty, you come back, shower, throw it in a laundry basket. You have a clean one for the next day. And we're washing, the home-based team is washing the dirty ones on your off day, and then we'll get it back to you. So you'll be assigned a number, and we'll tell you how that all works.
Darlene, question, do they have laundry facilities?
They do not, but we are probably bringing our own washer and dryer with us. There are laundromats. We'll provide all of that in your welcome basket or welcome packet too. We did put in here, bring multiple towels, but they do have laundromats that you can go wash your own clothes and towels and stuff if you want. We'll be washing your work shirts and then the things we use in the kitchen, but we can't wash everybody's clothes every day. So, but you can do that yourself. So you're going to want to plan to get there as close to 6 o'clock as you can, because we're going to have a really good meal. Kevin and Linda are going to start us out with a really good meal that first night. We'll eat together, and then we'll have a launch meeting at 7. And so we're going to get you started, help you know what to expect, and just make sure everybody's comfortable. When you check in, we'll help you find your sleeping accommodations wherever you want to camp, and that's why we're going down to figure out how all that's going to work. We'll leave to come home if you're staying the whole week. We usually pack up and come home on Saturday morning. Some people take off Friday night, but if you can stay and help us get loaded, that would be great on Saturday morning. And usually we just have a light breakfast and then you take off. Things to bring. If you turn over to this next page, I cannot stress how important a really good water bottle is. And not a plastic water bottle that's this big. Like, you need a insulated big water bottle to take with you. We'll send coolers of water and Gatorade out to the job sites, so you'll be refilling this every day. So think you're hiking, camping, whatever. If you don't have one, bring one with you. That's probably one of your most important things that you're going to need. You'll need to bring all of your own bedding. So whatever you need to be comfortable, bring it. And Tim put in here teddy bear. If you want to sneak in your teddy bear, you are welcome to do that.
I will probably bring mine.
And no judgment on my part. If you need your teddy bear, bring your teddy bear. But we will be sleeping on the floor. The facilities could be a little rough, so be sure that, you're prepared. Bring whatever you want. Towels, you might want to bring something to hang your towels on. Usually we just use chairs or whatever, but drying those will be important. Clothing is super important. No matter what job you're doing, be sure to bring the right shoes. So even if you're working in the kitchen, bring sturdy tennis shoes. We all are going to be on our feet most of the day. However, you can rest if you need to. If you're going to be on a job site, bring the appropriate boots. You heard about the construction you're doing, so be sure you bring socks. Whatever you need to work really hard, be sure that you're bringing the right clothes. If you're working outside, bring a hat too. It's going to be really hot. And then in the evening, we usually come back, shower. If you have the energy, you can sit around and play games and hang out a little bit with each other. But remember that you're sharing all of this space with other people, so bring the right lounging clothes. And those personal items you can see there, we will have sunscreen, bug spray, all that kind of stuff. We usually keep Tylenol and Motrin and all those kinds of things, but we don't have a ton of it, so be sure you bring what you need from home. Any questions about any of that? No, most of you know what you're doing. On the back, oh yes, Natalie.
Shower caddies?
Yeah, shower caddies, so that's always a good idea. Bring a little caddy so you can bring all your things to the shower with you. It's always a good idea. We talked about who we're partnering with. Tim gave us a little information on the projects. Again, there'll be projects for everybody. So if you're thinking, I can't do construction 5 days out in the heat, that's okay. There's a place for you to serve. And there's always a place for you to serve. We also are meeting with this organization tomorrow. There are some families that are interested in going, and so we're trying to figure out a way to accommodate families. Apart from all of the adults, that they'd have their own space, and projects. There are projects that families can do, which I think is pretty cool in the community. So if we can figure out the accommodations, there might be some families with us too. And there were some families last year. Aaron took his kids, and it was really cool to see those little kids learn how to serve. We will do our best to figure that out. Bring your own tools. You can be sure they are well marked, but Tim is going to be assigning the work teams to the best of our ability here in the next couple of weeks. And so your team lead will reach out to you and kind of talk about the projects that you might be working on and what kind of tools. So you don't want, 5 chainsaws when the team only needs 1. And so we're going to try and coordinate that a little bit better this year, but you are welcome to bring your own tools. If you have a favorite saw or whatever and you know you're going to be on construction, bring that. And I'll just tell you a fun fact. 2 years ago when we were in Western Kentucky, nobody ever, I guess, or very few people would bring their chainsaws. And you remember that, Tim? And one night in the middle of the week, we had a tornado go through about 2.5 miles from where we were staying. And you know what? Our team had worked all day, went back out, and we needed all those chainsaws. And so if God's leading you to bring something, bring it, because we might need it. We needed those chainsaws, and we didn't know we would. Medical release forms. So we have all the liability release forms back here. We are requiring that those get done before you leave this year. We're not going to try and scramble when we get down there. So fill them out. Be sure that you get them back to us. I also have a skills inventory that I will send to everybody that's registered. What that does is help us know what you're good at, what you might like to do, if you want to do construction, if you'd rather not. And so if you're registered and haven't done the skills inventory yet, I'll be sending that to you. But please fill out the waivers before you leave today, okay? And then I talked a little bit about how you know which team you'll serve on. That's going to help us know which team you're going to serve on. And if you have a special place you want to be, let us know. I know some of you already serve together, like Jason Carmack brings all of the vision guys, which I don't think any of them are here. And so they usually do 1 or 2 of the teams, but there are other teams I know that have all worked together in the past too. Any questions about any of that? All right.
Is there power at the sites, or do we need to bring generators?
If they need generators there, I should provide that. I will get that information probably tomorrow as well. I'll be touching base with the guy from Hydes. But most of the job sites that I've seen when we were down there earlier, they had temporary power pulled into wherever they're doing construction. So there should be power at any site that we're at. But if not, Hydes should have the generators. But if he tells me that we're going to need more, I'll put that out to everybody. I'm just trying to keep people from bringing a bunch of stuff that we don't need.
In the years past, we hadn't made a lot of plans for landscaping stuff, but then we got into a lot of it. Is that the same thing this year? Do you anticipate we're not going to be doing much outside as far as?
Yeah, the question is whether we'll be doing a lot of landscaping. At this point, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like Ides wants us
Indoors.
doing house builds. If we have any, I'll find out, but I think they want to get people back in their houses as soon as possible. That's our #1 priority right now. Landscaping is a added bonus, I
I know
mean,
there was still tree clearing and whatnot needed to be done.
not too much, and the year we took the chainsaws, that was the local people that wanted us to bring chainsaws down to cut trees. I wasn't real keen on it, but like Darletta said, that was God's wisdom in place. I mean, we had 2 wood chippers, one of them died, and the night after the tornado went through and we used the chainsaws to cut trees off the guy's house, the other tree chipper died, so we were done using chainsaws and started construction. Ides wants to use us for our talented skill sets that we got, which, I mean, we are extremely blessed with skill sets, with carpenters, handymen. To call them a handyman's a slap in the face. But as far as the team goes, those of you that have been with us before, you know how it works. For those of you that don't, I divide this group up into teams of 8 to 10, and it'll be color coded. You might be on the blue team, you could be on the orange team, whatever color it might be. You'll have a cooler that's marked for that. So in the morning when you pack your lunch, you put your lunch in your team's cooler. If you're on blue team, you put it in the blue team cooler. Each team will have at least 2 people on that team that can totally run that project. And might be you have all 8 people could run the project, but 2 people will be listed as your lead and co-lead. And like the house framing teams that I'm gonna have put together, I'm gonna put them together before we get here so that, like Gary White will be doing one of the house builds. Jason Carmack will be doing one of the house. Probably Vision will have 2 of the house builds. But the team leads then can reach out. They'll have the blueprints of the house they're working on this probably in the next week. And then they'll be able to say, okay, we need 2 chop saws, we need 3 circular saws, and I'll let them coordinate it with their people so that all 8 people don't bring a chop saw down. You only need 2 of them. Then you've wasted space in your vehicle for that. And just trying to streamline a little better this year and get the teams communicating with each other before we even get down there. Seemed like there's something else on it. We got any more slides? I'm liking this slide stuff. Scheduled food, we did that. Questions? Yeah, like Darletta said, we'll be sleeping. We got floor space. I mean, I've got an air mattress that blows up this high. I used to have one low, but it's harder and harder to get up off that floor. We got cots. We've got people bring cots, bring the big blow-up air mattresses. I've seen some people sleep straight on the floor. Those days are over for me. But yeah, so bring whatever you need for sleeping, for being comfortable. Earplugs, you might need earplugs for the job site, but you might need, I've been told I snore. I've never heard it. But you might need it.